Hey guys, it's me. I'm back again in the same outfit. Inspiration hit twice in one day. So I wanted to share something really interesting to you to let you know that the human psyche is crazy and that you're not alone. So I'm sharing something personal because maybe you can relate and also know that half the stuff that goes on in your head, even though it might sound weird. We all create these connections and correlations. Okay, where to start? The brain, the human brain, what it does is it makes connections and correlations with something happening in the outside world to try to make you feel better. So, for example, like if your mother soothed you when you were a child, when you were crying, your brain is going to connect, oh, mom soothing me makes me feel better. So every time in your life you feel like you need to be soothed, you're going to seek it from the outside world because that's the connection and correlation your brain made. This is stirred up a lot in the habits and addiction world. So, for example, wine made me feel relaxed. So every time I'm stressed out, my mind, always doing the best it can, makes the connection of, oh, wow, that soothed me. That made me feel better. So I'm going to go look for that or something similar that's going to make me feel better. Now, that's not to say don't be human, have a glass of wine with your friends if you're, enjoying yourself. This is just like I talk about in all the videos. If there's this need and this deep desire of like, I need this to feel better, that's just your brain making that connection and correlation. So, I'm explaining that because what I started to uncover within myself is this wild connection that my mind made. From when I was young, I would be a bright light or really happy or just be Jamie as Jamie was, and it wasn't always accepted or seen or loved or approved of, which I'm sure you guys can all relate to because we all experience that. So my mind made up that if I reject me too, like if I agree with these other people, so it's this weird, bizarre thing. If I reject me, then I'm going to fit in with them. I'm going to belong and I'll be accepted because, like, oh, yeah, no, she totally isn't cool and that's totally weird what she's doing. And yeah, weird. So then I start this pattern of rejecting myself so that I can belong with those that reject me as well, so that I can fit in, which makes absolutely no sense. So I'm sharing this so that you can start to realize that the brain will also make very weird connections to do its best attempt to get love and to get accepted and to get approval, which is very weird. So we have to kind of step back and look, and I had to sit with myself and go, well, can rejection actually get me to the path of acceptance and love and belonging, even though that's the connection my brain made? Well, no, absolutely not. That's like me saying the getting more of the color pink is going to give me blue. So if rejection's the color pink, if I just keep grabbing pink, I can't get to blue. I need to grab for blue. There is no finish line there. So sometimes we have to stop with these perpetual repetitive energies and thoughts and emotions that are going on and look at them. What is this? Ask a million questions. I'm a proponent of asking questions. That's how I got to this and figured it out. And then you look at it, you hold it in your consciousness and you go, wow, there's no finish line to rejection. Rejection just brings me to more rejection and then more rejection. So if I'm feeling rejection thinking, that's all. It's just more rejection thinking. There's no relief there. So our brain looks for relief in very weird ways, again, with these connections that it makes. So if you're feeling awful things, stop for a second, grab your journal, meditate, look within, and just, what am I feeling? And mine was rejection. Okay, what do I want instead? Acceptance? Well, I just need to let go of the rejection in order to get the acceptance. So here's another layer of this. Who you are at your core is already acceptance. All the good stuff you want that you seek, that I talk about in all the other videos, acceptance, love, compassion, peace, that's you at your core. That's your soul. That's your true nature. And then we learn things. Then there's the brain, the human journey that tells us all these other things. And so we get caught up in thinking, which takes us away from our default, the soul feelings. So you don't need to go searching for the acceptance and searching for the love. That's there when you start to catch on to the illusion of the other stuff. I accepted myself. I loved myself up until I got caught up in the illusions of the world of people who, for some reason, had illusory thoughts come through and started judging me, and then I agreed with them, and then I made up other illusory thoughts, and then that just took me farther away from me already accepting myself. So it's not like I got to paste it on myself. Amy Johnson talks about that, one of my mentors. She says, trying to like get love or get acceptance or get, like I was doing, approval and belonging in the outside world is like trying to tape sandwiches on yourself when you're hungry. It doesn't work. So it's an undoing of what we learned, not a I need to add on. It's like that's already us. And starting to really like, what is my brain trying to do? So hopefully this story and me sharing just kind of one of the weird things that my brain was doing to try to get love, and just to show you that that's what the brain does, and you just got to start to kind of look and catch on, and what is my mind doing? Where does it think it's getting love from? And just look at the truth of it. It can't come from there. Pink can't get more pink. I got to go to blue. And blue I already have. So it's just really getting curious about, whoa, and even the awareness of what your mind was doing is enough. Because now I'm going to start to see and feel when my mind's starting to reject me and going like, oh, that's that weird thing that my mind does to try to get me belonging. But, rejection's just going to get more rejection. There's no relief there. And just keep looking, keep asking questions. What is this? Why am I doing this? And just stay in this conversation that the other stuff's your default, and get curious. And know that, again, my other reason for recording this is that you're not alone. We have so much weird shame around the things that our brain does, but it's just what brains do. They do weird things. And so I've just been rejecting myself for 35 years to belong. Makes absolutely no sense. So don't worry if you're playing out weird stuff. It's the brain's best attempt to offer you relief. Amy talks about that too. It's like, it's a weird back, doorway of self-love. It's like my brain's just doing the best it can, and it's ass backwards. But you can't fault it. It's like just the system trying. And then you just start to catch on more and more to like, maybe that's not the best way. And then I can observe it. I'm not stuck in it anymore. I can start to see it. And the more I see it, the less and less power it has. And then the less and less power it has, I don't take it seriously. And eventually one day it leaves, and these neural pathways just get rewired. So I hope this helps you. Any other questions, you guys always let me know. And any ideas for any other videos that you want, let me know. Okay? So have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time.